Hello and welcome to a presentation on why LTE Advanced will demand better from your backhaul network. My name is Eric Craig and I'm the Applications Manager at Calnex Solutions. I want to tell you a little bit about what we do and the problems that we're solving. So, what is that problem? And why does LTE Advanced demand more and better from the backhaul? Well, there are key components of LTE Advanced that cause this. Carrier aggregation is probably the most popular feature of LTE Advanced being looked at the moment. One of the key requirements of carrier aggregation is to have alignment of the carriers within up to less than 455 nanoseconds. That's a pretty tight requirement over the air. There are three other technologies: coordinated multipoint or COMP, and of course multimedia broadcast or LTE broadcast as it's called, and then interference coordination or intercell interference coordination. All of these require a 1 microsecond phase alignment, a phase accuracy over the air. The 1 microsecond phase accuracy is pretty challenging to achieve. And then finally, with HetNets and small cells, which are going to be rolled out for LTE Advanced, providing synchronization to these to make sure that there is alignment and synchronization is a challenge. Now, one of the most obvious solutions being used today is GPS. GPS will provide synchronization required. It will provide the alignment that's required above. But GPS has two major challenges. One is security. You can spoof GPS or jam it very, very easily. Second is coverage. You don't have GPS coverage in all areas where you need LTE-A advanced service. So GPS will provide synchronization that's needed. However, the backhaul network is a vital backup element of the synchronization, and that's in most of the plans of the carriers. The problem is to provide for the backup network to provide the accuracies and alignments that we're talking about above of hundreds of nanoseconds of sub 1 microsecond is a significant challenge. And it's a significant challenge because no two backhaul networks are the same. Technologies have been developed to deliver the synchronization through the backhaul, but they rely on knowing the performance of that network. And that's where Calnex comes in. So where Calnex comes in is the ability of our products to capture real characteristics of real networks. Now, that's important because obviously you can see the state of your network, but that's probably even more important because then the service providers or the carriers can send these profiles and replay them back in the lab to exactly recreate the network conditions, and then in the timing and synchronization between the core and the edge of the network, refine the algorithms which will allow them to work under these network conditions. Now, illustrations of these are, of course, when an alternative access vendor would characterize their network and send it back to an AT&T or a Verizon to replay in their labs and refine and get their vendors to refine this. Now, the AT&T and Verizons could do the same and send these profiles back to the Ciscos or the Junipers of the world to, again, replay in their labs and refine the algorithms. So fundamentally, the Calnex products allow you to find any issues and fix the issues because, as I say, technologies have been developed to deliver timing synchronization over the backhaul networks. They have been tested and they work in the lab. However, when they go into the real network, they do encounter issues, and that's because no two backhaul networks are the same, and the only way to get around that is to characterize and capture the network, replay that network back in the lab, and then refine the algorithm so that the timing and synchronization will work correctly and accurately, and that's Calnex's products and expertise's job to make that happen. Thank you very much for your time.